Hi, everyone. My name is Ross Peary. I'm a licensed professional counselor in the state of Georgia, and I'm the founder of Peaceful Mind Counseling and Consulting. Today, I'm going to give you just a brief introduction and some background on coping skills. So, generally speaking, coping skills are tools that we can use to help handle stressful situations, difficult situations, challenging situations, any of those types of things that might come up. So ideally, we are working to lower the strength of a particular emotion that we're feeling, whether it's sadness, worry, guilt, regret. When we're coping, we're trying to bring those emotions down and bring us to a more peaceful and calm base level from which we can respond. And the goal here is that when we respond to situations, um, our emotions are great communicators for things that we need and things that are important for us to listen to. But constantly reacting from our emotions, reacting being the key word there, can get us in trouble. Ideally, we want our emotions to influence the way we respond to situations, not control the way we respond to situations. So, coping tools, coping skills, these are things that we can use to regulate our emotions, to bring them back down so that we can respond the way that we want to in a healthy way. What I like to tell the people that I work with is that the goal is to find a coping skill that works for you. Not everyone likes the same type of coping skills. Some people will really be into breathing techniques. Others might be more into um, physical types of skills that involve the body or involve movement. Others might be more mental coping strategies where you're thinking through using metacognition to think about your thoughts. So there's a wide variety of tools out there. And my goal for the people I work with is to help them find the skills that will work for them. Now, with that being said, you don't want to just give up after the first try if it doesn't work for you. So, just like when we want to get better at anything in life, it requires practice, it requires repetition um, in order to become skilled. So, in order to become skilled in a particular coping skill, you need practice and repetition. It's like building a muscle. So, I recommend that you practice these skills when you're already in a calm place. I know that sounds kind of counterintuitive because these tools are meant to help you get to being calm, and they're meant for when you are feeling overwhelmed. But if you only use these when you're feeling overwhelmed and you haven't practiced them, your brain and your body won't have learned what to do, won't have learned how to incorporate this tool to use it most effectively. So I recommend practicing for a week or two every day or every other day. One of these tools, once you find one that seems kind of you're comfortable with, you kind of like it, seems like it might be useful for you. All right, give it a try 5 times a week, 4 times a week. Usually before bed is a nice time to use these tools because it can help bring you down and relax. But you can also do it when you wake up in the morning. You can do it in the middle of the day, getting ready for work or as you're about to enter work. Practice is so important when it comes to effectively using these tools. Um, if I was encouraging you to go out and run a 5K or a half marathon, I want to just say, all right, get out there and do it. I'd say, okay, go practice for a while, run some laps, get the training in so that you become confident in your ability to do what you want to do what you need to do. So, check out a list of coping skills, coping strategies. See which ones resonate with you. If you think that you found one that you might enjoy, go ahead and practice it. Use it when you're in a calm situation for a couple weeks at least, 2 to 3 weeks. And then start incorporating it into some of those more stressful situations. If you really want to stick with the practice mentality, you can find some low stress situations to start with, maybe some small stressors in your life, whether it's a repetitive task that you have to do, some just slightly frustrating interaction that you might have with somebody in your family or at work, and then work your way up to some of those big stressors. And I think what you will find is that with practice and repetition, you'll be able to use these tools that you practice, to bring yourself down pretty quickly from feeling overwhelmed, agitated, frustrated, to a place where you can respond in the way that you want to respond, in a healthy, adaptive way. Now, these tools don't make the problems disappear. All they do is they help manage the emotions so that you can better respond. If it's a long-standing problem, I always encourage therapy, counseling. That'll help get to some of those, the base origin of some of your longer standing challenges. But when it comes to just trying to get through the day, just trying to get through the stressors of life, coping skills can be really helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll try to respond to any questions that you might have. And thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And I hope you have a peaceful day.